How could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have?
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Protein spill.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it third down.
Come on. 120.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. In the face.
76. Tell him. 76. 76.
Mike 54. Hey, let's get in that room.
That's it.
From the gun, here's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, Seahawks.
Check. 59. Hey, watch the ball. Shit.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
We got to step it up. 36, 36. Hey,
Shell.
Gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2 at the 37-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
12.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now you won. Here we go.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go. 180.
Crunch time, defense.
Now we're close.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Tiger.
After the interception, here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 25. Shoot. He's coming.
To throw is gone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Let's get it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for gone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This will be taken in after 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And an update from a game going on out in Denver, and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Single.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Watch the
From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Goff now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a 1st down.
Go ground.
Yo.
We go. 76.
Check. Fresno.
Goff now looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 47-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, what's the ball?
14.
This is Carson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Check. Watch 54. Come on.
On 1st down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Carson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Gone. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 26, check 26.
Goff now to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Rams on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Hold on. Check. Check 37. He's seen.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Look at the big man rumble. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This is taken at the 3.
Let's go, baby.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 1-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the end zone, Goff. And this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Go, 12, let's go.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, where's 12?
Back.
Hey, Charlie.
Check, Mike, 54.
From his end zone, Goff on 3rd and long. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. 99 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Zebra.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Mike's 54.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat.
Now Goff on 1st down. And that one's complete to Gurley. There he goes, right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, You may have to revise what you plan to do in the second, but now in this spot, within one score and striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked on all week long.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 14. Here we go.
From the gun, Wilson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Slam, slam.
Obama.
Now gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
57, Mike. Mike 57.
You gonna get this, boy?
Merlin.
And the blitz does come. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, it's Gurley. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4 down, even. Check, boys.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
You ain't going nowhere.
Deuce. Watch out.
Check 9.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Single.
A gain of
Single.
27.
Now you won.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Hatchet.
Ric Flair.
3rd and goal. Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Goff going to keep it himself. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
12.
Wilson operating from the gun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Make no mistake about it, that's a really dangerous place to run that play. But the way that they're spreading the defense horizontally, you've got to think that as the game goes on, they'll find opportunities vertically downfield as well.
Like 20. 57. Hey, kill.
I'm going for back to you.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 39. A big run there by Gurley. 44 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Check. Hey, let's go. Go, ground.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Shell.
Goff now looks to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ric Flair. Pilot, 64, weak.
From the red zone now, Goff. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check three. Jim, let's go double count right here. Double count.
Alert 3. You guys got 4 down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Slam. Check 50.
Here's Gone. He's going to look deep down the field. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Right there,
54 Mike. Come on, G. Watch the ship.
Hey, alert.
Now it's Carson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47.
Mike 5-4. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.